Okay, welcome everyone to the third episode of Vivektalkshow, where I have got a very special guest. First of all, I would like to, thank him for taking time out of his busy schedule, and I will give you a quick, background of our today's guest. So, his name is Vir Bhanu. He is a CEO and co-founder of Suventure. Suventure is a next generation technology company, guys, that helps clients use information technology as a business enabler. And Vir has held several leadership positions in IT products and service organizations at different levels like business development, marketing, delivery, business management in telecom, consumer electronics, semiconductor, automotive, and healthcare domains. So he has got a very wide experience in IT solutions and product. And thank you so much, Veer, for taking time again out of your work and willing to have a session with me.
Good morning, Vivek. I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. So for those who don't know, Suventure, I mean, I work at Suventure, for over 3 years. I worked at, sales and as a marketing head, and Veer was very much, helpful for, from right from day one. I learned a lot of marketing and managerial skill, which I use in my own business also. So again, thank you, Veer, for that as well.
Welcome.
Yeah. So this interview is divided into two segments. First, I'll be asking few questions, from you for our audience, and after that we'll be having one short rapid fire round. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, I don't have any gift hampers. Usually, our guests deserve that, but I'm working on it.
Well, talking to you is a gift, Vivek.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So let's begin. The first question is about your perspective of having a vision. I mean, I need to know what was your vision before you started your journey as an entrepreneur.
Well, I worked in corporates for a pretty long period. So I think as human beings, you're always looking for something next, something new. So for me, that joy of creating something was very strong, and it's a company, institution, organization, whatever. So joy of creation and having fun. I think these are the two things that drove me to become an entrepreneur.
Absolutely. And this is one of the most common question which I get, from my students as well, that how to find a life purpose. And I think you are the best person to answer this question.
Well, I guess it's a very personal, maybe for every unique individual. Uh, I think one is that life is one opportunity. As per Indian mythology, you could have been anyone, an insect or an animal, and then you got this human body. So it's a great opportunity. Make best out of it. I think that's life's, and keep the spark running. You need something that keeps you running. That you wake up and you have something to accomplish, something to run after.
Okay.
That's nice.
So that means our why of doing anything should be clear, right? I mean, whatever we're doing from the beginning of the day till night, we should have a strong reason to do that, right?
Absolutely. There should be a reason for why you are running, what you are running after, and then there is a mechanism that how you are doing it, the actual running. Uh, Both the purpose and the journey are equally important. The purpose, where you want to go, and the journey, how you are going, what tools, what uh, items you are using, and how you are keeping your moral compass intact while you're doing the journey.
Absolutely. Okay. And what is the secret of selling IT services? Because I see this whole segment of IT solutions and services is very huge in India. So can you please share your experience, for people who are starting their startup into IT service and solutions? That what is the secret of selling their solutions?
Uh, See, one is that IT is all pervasive. It's like, air in the atmosphere. It does not matter where you are, air is there. So IT has pretty much, that kind of all pervasiveness in every industry, in every uh, walk of life. So, and it is dramatically evolving. It is changing. So companies, individuals who are able to up their game and are able to service what market requires, I think the opportunity is huge. So
Definitely.
secret, I don't know, everyone would have a different one, but for me, it is always trying to up your game and try to, they say, try to smell the coffee and try to read trends, and based on that, service what market wants.
Definitely, it's all about customers. Okay. Next question has got to do with numbers. So the question is, how much profit actually can a micro businesses, can make, in their IT services online? I mean, is there, the timeline in terms of breaking even and maximizing? So if you take a time frame of 1 year, so how much profit should they expect if they are starting today?
It is linked with maybe the previous question that opportunities are huge everywhere.
Right.
It also, there is a term that you stand depends on where you sit. So
Definitely.
if your base is very low, you can have a realistic target for a timeline you may have in mind, but opportunities are limitless. uh, we know people in digital business. I mean, there are YouTubers who make tons of money. I mean, sometimes more money than a normal employee can make in a company. So opportunities are limitless. I think you need to find your niche. You need to find your uh, unique selling point, and opportunities are vast.
Definitely. So guys, there is no upper limit, of making profits in, IT services. So it's all about, understanding the market, like we said, understanding the niche, your unique positioning, and just focus on, consumer services. All right. What about the qualities, Veed? If I ask you, what are the top three qualities of an entrepreneurs you see who wants to impact, people's life digitally?
I think you should have. It starts with a vision and idea. I think no two ways about it. If there is something solid you are chasing, some with a solid vision, so that I would always rate on right on the top. Uh, the second one, which is very underrated in our country, is execution. It is so important. Where we would say that ideas are dime a dozen, there are plenty, but it is how you execute an idea that will make a difference. You can have an average idea executed very well, creating tremendous value. And you have a brilliant idea that will not see light of the day if it is not executed.
Okay.
And the third item, if I would say, is very important for entrepreneurs is cash flow. We've seen brilliant
Okay.
ideas getting executed very well, but because of cash flow, uh, they are not able to progress. So cash flow is very important. It's a lifeline. How you manage it, it's lifeline of business.
Right. Okay. So to have a right vision and to have an execution strategy and definitely, cash flow to scale and grow the business, right? Okay. All right. So next question is, again, it's kind of subjective question, that what is, I mean, success means different thing to different people, right? So according to you, Vir, what is, success according to you, and what's your mantra for success? Hello, hello, Vir, I think you are not audible.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you are clear now. Did you got my question?
Having happiness and joy in accomplishments and achievements, however small or big they are, you finding your joy and happiness in accomplishment or achievement. So
Right.
for me, that is success.
Okay. And what's your mantra for success?
Yeah, it's again having a spark, having something you are running after, and then uh, running after it wholeheartedly. That's that's my.
Okay. Okay. So it's all about, having that hunger for success, right? Okay. Awesome. Okay. Next question is about the tools. What are the top 5 tools you recommend for our, young entrepreneurs out there, that they need the basic, 5 tools to start their online business?
Like I can try to list a few. I think being aware of the market, being aware of your surroundings. We all live in the same ether, and then trying to spot opportunities uh, from the problems you see around you, and then trying to come up with solutions which are meaningful, solutions that can solve real problems. Uh, Continue to hone your skills, continue to hone your craft, whatever it is. And again, coming back to those three items, execute it very well.
Okay.
If
So we,
you are an
yeah.
entrepreneur, keep looking at your cash flow, and on the top always remains chase a solid idea, chase a great idea.
Definitely,
Sorry,
definitely.
you saying something.
Yeah. So, when it comes to solutions, I mean, my question actually was, let's say somebody starting their online business today. So, what are the, tools in terms of, I mean, marketing tools, sales tools, or, email marketing tools, or they want to build some funnel. So, in terms of, those, I mean, software or tools, what are the tools that, you recommend for our, online business owners?
Which everyone starts using is no longer effective tool.
Right.
So you need to keep figuring out that what is something new I bring on the table, or how I combine a tool or two to have a slightly different pitch. Uh, so tools are many. I mean, traditionally, storytelling one-on-one has been one of the most effective traditional tool. From there onwards, you have these pamphlets, you have written printed material has been another tool, again traditional tool. From there on, it has evolved to email marketing. You are doing website portals. You have then social media elements like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So tools will keep evolving. I think your
Right.
ability to find a combination of tools and then bringing freshness where the audience you're trying to target, that audience sees that freshness in your approach. That would be the key.
Yeah, I think I got your point. So, I mean, tools are like technology is ever evolving. It's about having the strategy and the message which we want to convey to our audience. That should be I mean unique, right?
That is correct. And you need to, any tool that gets beaten, uh, the beaten track would have diminishing returns. So
Definitely.
you need to figure out a fresh way to approach your target audience.
Absolutely. Okay. And what I mean, who are the top three mentors of yours? Our audience would love to hear that. Whom you learn from.
Well, see, mentors are typically people who you can approach, and they can answer your personal dilemmas, questions, or you are at a crossroad with respect to decision making. So, well, I have some of those friends. I go back to. In fact, I can name. We have Alok Sharma, who's on advisory board, and then Manoj Kumar. So these guys are personal friends, mentors. I call them. And then I personally try to learn from other leaders whom I am not able to interact with them, but I'm able to read their work. I'm able to read their books. I'm able to read their biographies, their work, what they do, etc. So some impressive ones have been. Uh, I mean, if you look at the Indian landscape, the House of Tata's Ratan Tata, uh, Chairman Emeritus, and Jack Welch, to just name a few.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So my next question is about the mistakes which our entrepreneurs are making online. So what is that one biggest mistake you see usually that entrepreneurs are making online while making sales?
Well, first thing is that uh, we should appreciate that mistakes are required.
Right.
Mistakes have to happen. Uh, Nevertheless, what is important is that you learn from your mistake, uh, correct it, and then move on. The biggest mistake I always see is if I mean there could be many, but if I have to put one on the top is we are good in strategy, we are good in ideation. So we take one idea, we keep ideating, we keep coming up with the strategy. You cannot have idea and strategies coming every month or every quarter.
Right.
You do that once in a year, you do that once in few years, but once your idea and strategies, your idea is there, you just execute it well.
Got it. Got it. All right. So even now I'm learning so much from you in just a couple of minutes, and I hope our audience is also getting a lot of values. All right. So the next question is about the modes of communication. I mean, what all modes you recommend, for our audience to use online while they communicate with their leads or with their audience?
I would say that all possible means of communication should be leveraged. If you look at a successful brand, if you look at a successful story, uh, that story uses every bit of possible PR. If you look at very successful brands, they are on your face through all media possible, print, electronic, uh, digital, etc. And then again, my emphasis here is always that how you are doing something differently, how you are using a freshness in your storytelling, in your communication, uh, and you're doing slightly different than uh, generally others are doing.
Right, right. So, I mean, no matter what kind of, platform we use, either Facebook, WhatsApp, emails, it's all about, content and storytelling. Okay, awesome. So for our viewers, guys, I'll be dropping, links for you if you want to, get in touch with Veer and, know better what, Swinger is all about. And if you want to get the, wide variety of service which Swinger is giving. So I'll be dropping the link, whatever platform you are watching, YouTube, Facebook, or, LinkedIn, you can get in touch with Veer. Okay, so with this, we come to the next segment of our interview, that is rapid fire. So I'll be, shooting a few questions to you, and you'll have to answer those questions in a word or in a line. Okay. All right. So my first question to you is, what was your, most hilarious moment while, interacting with client for a sales pitch?
I think there have been plenty where either the meeting was yesterday and I landed a day later.
Yeah,
I would
that
put it on the
happens. Okay. And any moment you remember? I mean, in the middle of the sales meet, some hilarious moment you observed. If you want to share with us, of course.
I think we had very long innings with respect to dealing with customers and interacting with them. So there have been multiple, I would say, fox paws. So not one. It happens. We are all human beings.
Okay, awesome. Okay, next question is 1 hour of daily meditation. Uh, what should we do, and what practice you follow? Because I always tell my audience meditation is very crucial part of their business and life. So what do you do, and what do you recommend? Whom do you follow? I think we lost the connection again. Can you hear me? Okay, so the connection is a bit jittery, guys, today. I'll try to connect again with Veer. Veer, am I audible to you? Am I audible to you now?
Yes, Vivek.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we lost you in between. So yeah, so my question, I'll repeat the question. What meditation practice you follow, and whom do you listen to?
Every morning I try to do yoga 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay.
I'm not able to do all 7 days, but I make it a point. It is at least done 5 or 6 days a week. And
Okay.
while doing this, I'm listening to classical music. It's instrumental music, and that's my meditation.
Yeah, music is always soothing, no matter what point of day. Okay. And if you can name any 3 podcasts follow, any 3 business podcasts.
Yeah. So my everyone. It took me some time to realize that everyone has a different way of learning.
Right.
So some people learn by audio by visual means. Some like to learn from hearing, and some. So there people have different ways of learning. Uh, for me, the top one is actually reading.
Right.
I do occasionally business podcasts also, but my primarily channel of learning is uh, reading or interacting with people.
Okay. So in that case, any 3 books you can recommend for our viewers?
I love Seven Habits. It has helped me transform my life.
Yeah.
I like Think and Grow Rich. Or
Yeah.
in the beginning I looked down upon this book. In India we used to find these books on railway stalls. Hindi version, etc. And I felt it was like a cheap way of trying to sell something. But interestingly, a customer I interacted with in US, and I typically ask people I interact with that what has been a life-changing book for them, or most profound book for them. And this gentleman actually named this book, and I remembered uh, fondly that yes, this is the book I have been finding it on railway stalls. And then it led me to read that book, and it was very surprising. I like that book.
Right.
So
It's amazing book.
second book, a third book I like was Innovator's Dilemma.
Okay. So I still remember, the day you gave me Think and Grow Rich book in one of our event, and I mean that was one of my aha moment, when I read that book. And in my also, top 5 book list, I always include for audience. Okay. So the next question is just a hypothetical question because we're into rapid fire. Just assume that you wake up one day and you see all your customer list disappear like Thanos snap. So what do you want to do then?
Well, I'll start with a clean slate and find new ones.
Right, definitely. Okay. And what is your one mantra read that drives your company and your customers?
Uh, I think for 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 us, it's uh, what we want to accomplish, people and execution.
Okay. Yeah, it's all about people and execution. Okay, great. And now I'm gonna tell you few words, and you'll have to tell me what one thing comes on top of your head after you listen to those words. Okay. So the first word is spirituality,
Very personal.
celebration,
You should do at every occasion.
right? Bang on. Game changer,
Life, every day.
right? And life,
Is beautiful.
risk,
Calculated.
right? Calmness,
Very essential.
perfection,
You strive for.
and growth.
Lifeline.
Okay. And interestingly, last one is lifeline.
Growth.
Okay, awesome. So I guess you played very well with our rapid fire, and the moment I have I mean I start with the gift hampers, I'll be sharing with you. Okay, what do you
Thank
think?
you, Vivek.
How did you perform in this rapid fire?
Well, I have not been in rapid fires before, so uh,
Yeah,
I do not know. But it's for you to judge. You are the anchor, Vivek.
yeah, I think you did brilliantly. Okay, so can you please tell for our viewers uh, that one program that every entrepreneur should attend at least once in their lifetime, be it in any part of the globe?
Uh, I'll go back to our previous conversation on this. I think being aware of what is happening around you and continuously learning. I think if you have these two driving factors, you're always looking for, you will have plenty of opportunities to find out about new ideas, what could be done, and you would have plenty of opportunities to learn. You have
Okay,
to make it as a process. It may not happen in like one day with one program. It has to be a lifelong process.
Okay, so it's not about any particular event. It's all about having the learning attitude and events come and go, right? Okay. Now I'll be sharing one line with you. Okay, and you'll have to say that line first in Hindi for our audience, and then in your native language, that is Punjabi, right? Okay.
Well, I
So
will try.
yeah, because like I was telling you, yesterday that I haven't. We work for we work together so long, but I haven't heard Punjabi from you. So this will be interesting. Okay, so the line is, dear folks, if you want to be a digital leader, then become a lifelong learner.
Yeah,
So
this is a tough one.
yeah.
दोस्तों, अगर आप digital is maybe सांख्यिक नेतृत्व की इच्छा रखते हैं तो आपको मेरे वेबिनार में आना चाहिए.
Okay, and now in Punjabi.
दोस्तों, अगर ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ डिजिटल नेतृत्व करना है ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਓ ਮੇਰਾ ਵੈਬਿਨਾਰ ਸੁਣੋ.
Okay, awesome. All right. So with the last question is, one life advice you would like to give to our you know uh, viewers.
Life is beautiful. You need to drive it, but get driven internally.
Right. Awesome. So guys, it's all about it's not about motivation, it's about inspiration. Okay. So thank you so much, Veer, to having this conversation. I myself got new ideas after this short session, and guys, I'm sure you also got new strategies and understanding of IT solution industry as well. And again, I'll be like I told you, I'll be dropping links for you to connect with Veer and to understand uh, Suventure better. So thank you so much, Veer. And
Thank you, Vivek. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
okay, awesome. All right, guys. So till next video, see you guys. Bye bye.